This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
This episode is brought to you by Movement Watches, and it's also brought to you by Casper Mattresses.
You want to do a second take on that?
Why would we?
Get on with the show.
We're running out of tape, Mason.
Uh-oh.
Remember recording shit on tapes? Did you ever do that when you were a kid? Like make a little radio show?
I don't think so, but that reveals a lot about your character, I think.
That's true.
Made a little radio show.
Yeah, like a little thing to be like, next up, the Pet Shop Boys. And then, if I revealed too much?
Yes.
Red hot comic book movie news, shooting up your butthole. The Weekly Planet, the Weekly Planet.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nick Mason.
East End boys and the West End girls.
Well, now I have to leave all that in, don't I?
End girls. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I can't take that out, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what a day. What a bloody day. Just want to say up top, Mason, just
Yes.
quickly, I was on an episode of Prime Mates.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Stewart's new podcast, who people would know from Do Go On, which is another fantastic podcast. So is Prime Mates. You've been on an episode.
I have been on Prime Mates.
Claire and I just did an episode on the movie Tarzan.
Now,
the
which
Disney,
version of
the
Tarzan?
Disney classic from 1999.
Animated?
Animated, that's right.
Is it about family?
It's a lot about family.
That's kinda what
it's
I
about
figured,
sticking
yeah.
together, but it's also about gorillas. It's about a couple of things, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
A movie can be about more than one thing.
That's true, but a podcast can't be about family because that's boring.
That is boring.
So Matt Stewart's podcast specifically is about primates and
Yes,
popular culture.
that's
So
exactly right.
That's acceptable.
You did
family yuck.
the orangutan?
I did Dunstan Checks In, which
that's
has an
right.
orangutan. Yeah.
But anyway, it's well worth checking out,
It's
subscribing
weird
to.
when you do a podcast where you have to say orangutan a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to say.
Because it's not tang, is it?
You think it's going to be orangutan.
I'm
but
just going to
it's not.
say it the way I've always said it. I'm not changing. What, for the orangutans? What are they going to do about it?
Wow.
Do any of them have a gun? I doubt it. I mean, maybe one.
I think if any animal is going to attack you with a gun, it's probably an orangutan.
Sure,
Notice
but-
that I'm saying
Yeah.
it correctly because I don't want to be killed by the noble orangutan.
Sure, I understand that. Mason, James Gunn apparently met with Disney earlier this week as a kind of a courtesy meeting to be like, hey, you're still fired.
Great.
Because
Terrific.
Because
Okay.
he's still fired. So hopefully this is the last week that we
Do we have to suffer through this?
have
Yes.
to talk about this. But it looks like he's not coming back for this movie at this point, though. They're going to be using the script. Dave Bautista took a shot at Disney on Twitter, said Disney's making America great again or whatever.
Ooh,
Yeah,
brutal.
I'm really interested to see what happens with him.
Yeah, right.
Because they will fire him, but there'll be
Yeah.
massive backlash, I'd imagine.
That's
if they...
true, and also like what I think is interesting about Dave Bautista is he has in the last couple of years proven that he is a good actor.
Yeah.
and he's good in things. He was great in the new Blade Runner as an example.
He's really good in
He's
that,
funny.
yeah.
On one level, I'm like, well, if they fire him, he'll get some other work. He'll get other work in other places. But at the same time, the Disney monolith is getting so big
It's got all of the things.
that it's like if he gets blacklisted from everything Disney.
Yeah, they'll
What-
buy Blade Runner and cut him out of it.
For sure, yeah, exactly. They'll delete that delightful short he was in.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it shows real strength of character to stick by somebody
sure.
who, because he really acknowledges that James Gunn gave him the start in like a proper acting gig. Like he'd been in
right.
stuff. He's in that Riddick movie.
He was in wrestling.
He was in wrestling for quite a while.
Maybe that's not acting because wrestling's real.
Yeah, that's right.
obviously,
Sorry.
so
Yeah, he was a
that's
professional
athlete
for a number
yeah.
of years.
Before we get any backlash, we know it's very physically demanding to do wrestling.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being that.
But it's fake and dumb is
Oh,
what Mason's saying.
No!
You're going to be killed by wrestling fans and I'm going to be killed by an orangutan
Good.
with a gun.
Good. Both of us dying doing what we love.
Yeah, I'd love to get into wrestling, but it's too much now. Like I'm too far behind.
Yeah,
we
right.
didn't really get it here as a kid unless you had pay-per-view. But I knew like one kid who had that,
And everybody hated that kid.
yeah, everyone hated that kid.
He was a weird rich kid. With
yeah,
no
he was a
friends.
weird rich kid. with no
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah. You know what? Have you seen Glow? Did you watch Glow?
I haven't seen the new season,
Uh-huh.
but I hear it's good. Have
Yeah,
you
it's
seen the
good.
new season?
I have. I'd like it
Okay.
a lot. If the existing wrestlers made a wrestling drama show or something, or
Yeah.
or a wrestling based action show or something, I'd probably watch that.
Yeah, right, okay.
But
what do you mean by existing wrestlers?
like the WWE wrestlers.
Yeah, yeah.
If they all got together and made a TV show, I'd probably give that a
But that's what it is, though, isn't it? That's what they.
I-
Oh, do you mean like a Glow style behind the scenes?
No, I mean
kinda
more like
drama?
just a show where they're all cops or something.
Oh, okay,
I'd watch
yeah,
that. But I don't want to. I don't
They're all
want
giant cops.
Exactly. I don't want to watch 40 years of backstory.
Yeah,
I don't want
right.
to have to watch 40 years of WWE to catch up on it.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating seeing which of one of those break out, and like obviously The Rock and John Cena's really come a big way, especially.
Yeah.
Comedy seems like a good way through. A lot of them do like generic-y, they'll do like a sniper sequel or something.
Yeah, John Cena did the Marine. I think.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah.
So you're right.
But I think, John Cena's got some comedic chops. Some of the stuff
Yeah,
I've
he was
seen
in
him
Trainwreck and he's in Blockers recently.
Blockers, which I saw, which is he's really good in. All right, what's next, Mason? Now, you know how every week we have Star Wars news without fail.
Yeah, but
No, I'm just saying, now we've got it again.
come on, mate. I'm sick of Star Wars news. I'm sick of it.
Well, you can't.
Ropeable.
Star Wars doesn't sleep. We know that, right?
Should sleep. Should be put to sleep. That's fine. I enjoy them when they come.
Yeah,
in, I
that's
guess.
it. Well, this. There was a trailer for the new Star Wars TV series, Star Wars Resistance, and you may have or may not have noticed, Mason, but people of our age are very upset about it
Are they upset? Oh, because it's a kids show.
because it's a kid show on the Disney network, and it's
Oh yeah.
not.
It should be grim and gritty and real.
Yeah, like everything Star Wars.
But it's like junior Resistance fighters, and they all have color coded ships. It looks like.
But the thing is, if you look at any of the, I'm not really a huge fan of the animated stuff. Like I like some of Rebels.
Yep.
And I like some of Clone Wars. I haven't seen a lot of it, and it's the same with this. I'm like, this isn't really for me. I'll come in and out of it whenever, whatever. It's set like in an interesting time period, like 6 years before Force Awakens or whatever.
See, right.
So I'm like, oh yeah, Poe Dameron's in it, and they got the voices.
Is that
Phasma.
Oscar
That's him.
Isaac?
They got
is
him.
he going to do the whole season? I wonder. Or is
I
he
don't
gonna
think
do
he's going to
opening
be in
episode?
it. I think he'll probably be bits and pieces, but
right.
they're generally pretty good with the cast.
I guess if they scripted the entire season,
Yeah.
he could come in and do it in
40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's
he could do it in his car. He could do it from a phone. He could do it from a payphone.
Yeah, exactly. While he's doing a film that he enjoys, like a different film.
Yeah, for sure.
Where he's probably like a sad musician again.
Sad musician again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I like the one where he's a sad musician
Yeah.
though. It's a good one. So I don't get the backlash.
outside Llewyn Davis.
There we go. I don't get the back. I like to think also that movie's set in like our real world, and he never made it.
Well, yeah, because we've never heard of him. Yeah. That is fun.
That is
fun. a fun thing to
Well, I
think.
think that about like Sing Street. Have you seen Sing Street?
No.
Sing Street's great.
You've
It's like-
recommended it a number of
Yeah,
times.
you
and I've said
definitely
I'll check
should watch it.
out, but
You should definitely. Claire just watched it for the first time the other day.
put it on my list.
Yeah, she's like, this is amazing. And it is. But like he starts a band in the 80s, and they're quite good, and the music's quite good, but never made it. Where is it? They didn't make it.
Yeah.
That kid works at a canning factory or something,
Yep. I mean, for now.
Yeah, until he makes it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
No, yeah. Yes? Yeah. Yep.
I
think it looks fun.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't quite like the ships. I call it the ship designs, and the animation, the face 3D animation, I always find a bit weird.
I feel that it's the most lively I've seen that form of cell shaded animation before.
Sure, yeah.
And I mean, I've mostly seen it in video games, I think, but
I think Voltron. I think I prefer the Voltron, the mix of 2D and 3D
Yeah,
with the
right,
ships. But hey, whatever. Again, not everything is for everybody in Star Wars. If you love Star Wars when you were a kid in 1977 or the 80s, there's more kids now, and they're allowed to have.
I mean, for now.
Also, these shows, as they progress, these series, they get more mature as they go along. They kind of grow up with
Harry Potter style.
Harry Potter style, exactly. So you probably find like 4 seasons in, everyone's being shot in the head or whatever. They never go quite that far.
Bloody hell.
But there's the guy, like the lead kid from Rebels. By the end, he's just like gutting stormtroopers with his lightsaber and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah, he's like beheading people and
Interesting.
things like that. So
I guess maybe for a lot of parents, it might be a good entry for their kids to the Star Wars movies.
that's exactly what it is. They're just getting
and the Star Wars toys.
That's right. They're just getting
buying that merchandise
every 5 years. One of these. They're just getting a new generation. That's all they're doing. And if you don't like it, you can
Bloody lump it.
watch. You can make a fan film.
You could.
Yeah. Or just, quit things. Now, I know you didn't want 2 bits of Star Or you did want 2 bits of Star Wars news, didn't
No,
you?
I wanted 0 bits of Star Wars news.
Okay. Well,
I'm sick of it.
I got one more bit of Star Wars.
Got bloody Star Wars news up to me bloody back teeth, mate.
Okay, how about
I'm
this?
swimming in bloody Star Wars
Next week we'll have no
news.
Star Wars news. No matter what's announced,
Okay, great.
there'll be no Star Wars news.
Okay.
They could release a Star Wars film secretly during the year, like during the week, and we
Yep.
won't talk about it.
Okay,
There'll be
good.
no
All
Star
right.
Wars news.
Your word is your bond.
Solo production designer Neil Lamont has talked about a Star Wars spin-off film that has been cancelled or put on hold probably forever. He said, we're actually just making our mark on Tatooine, which would have been interesting, and some other new galaxies. So hopefully if that comes back, we'll get a chance to explore that further. So there's a couple options for this. It could be the Obi-Wan film, which Ewan McGregor said is on hold at the moment and not happening. And the other one is we talked about a Tatooine film. It's like a cantina film or something.
Sure, yeah, Tales from the Mos Eisley Cantina, yeah.
Which, I don't know why they're making that. Well, yeah, they're not, I guess.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, so what do you think of that? Go back to Tatooine or
Well,
not?
What's is this guy a reliable source? I guess.
Yeah,
is my
he's
question.
the production designer on Solo.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, he's a real guy.
Okay, he's
He
the real
works on
guy.
things,
Okay,
yeah. Mm.
all right. Well, that was. Did we really think that there was another sequel going ahead?
Yeah, well, there was rumors that they'd shut some stuff down after Solo turned out really boring. I mean, you loved it, and a lot of people loved it, but it's pretty boring. It's a pretty boring film, isn't it?
No.
Did you like how boring it was? Is that what you liked about it?
You've put me in a bind here because no matter what I say, you're gonna take it the wrong way.
So you
but-
do like Star Wars? If you like Solo, we can do Star Wars news every week.
God damn it!
Is that what you want?
Oh, really? This
Nah,
is a real,
Solo's
This
fine.
is a real Sophie's Choice situation.
Isn't
for
it
me.
just? Solo's absolutely fine. I don't really remember a lot of it. Yeah. What do you think of whatever we're talking about? Is it? Who knows? What do you think?
I'd like to see I still would like to see an Obi-Wan movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. That one I want to see. I don't want to see...
Tales from.
We saw Tales from the Cantina in the holiday special.
Yeah, we did. That's right. Yeah.
The man poured a drink into his head.
One of the Golden Girls was there.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Good stuff.
Everybody left the bar, but then that guy stayed behind, and then
Yeah.
it cut to black.
Yeah.
Something really terrible happened then.
Probably a murder.
Probably a murder, yeah.
Murder. Let's put Obi-Wan somewhere else though.
But where? Where do you put him?
Not Tatooine.
But he can leave the planet, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Right,
Well, if I recommend, Mason, to you, there's of the current Star Wars comic run, every 10 or so, probably more than that, they just do a Tatooine Obi-Wan comic,
Oh, great,
one
okay.
shot. They're like, this is the time that he beat up all the Tusken Raiders or whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's why they're so mad at him all the time.
Yeah, he's always just fist fighting them in the desert. Yeah, so that's all good stuff. All right, we've got some TV news, and
Yes.
I put this in order of interest.
Okay.
From most interesting
According
to
to
least interesting.
whom?
According to me.
All right.
And also the general consensus of, I believe, the internet.
Okay.
Okay,
great.
first
Right.
up.
Well, once we get to the second piece of news, I'm going to rank how correct you are about your level of interest of these properties.
Wait, how correct I am about how interested I am in it, or how correct it is in terms of interest in the general public?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to rank. I'm going to see how you relate, how your interest relates to the general public. So how wrong you are.
Okay, good.
But also I'm going to do a different thing. I'm
Wow,
gonna do
you're
two things. Yeah.
going to do two things.
Two things. The second thing as to be determined.
Okay, good.
Great. Here we go.
First up, the HBO has commissioned the Watchmen series, so it's happening. They've done the
Right.
pilot, and it's all moving forward. It's due out in 2019. They did a small teaser where it was just like the logo, and then it said nothing ever ends.
Yeah.
So it's a sequel, which is true, isn't it?
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, there's Star Wars news every week, isn't
That's
there?
just what I
Not
was
next
thinking,
week,
actually.
though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
What do you think about that?
I'm on board with this.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently it's a sequel to the comic. So is it a sequel to the comic that's happening at the moment? Have you caught up on it yet?
I haven't caught up on it yet. No.
Yeah.
Doomsday Clock. Are they taking a break? What's going on? Are they?
Well, it's every
halfway
2
through?
months or whatever.
All right,
It
okay,
might be
yeah.
might be a bit over halfway.
Okay, all right.
Regardless, is it good? I'd have to think. I think I need to read it as a whole.
Yeah.
Because I kind of every time, because it's 2 months, I go back and I'm like,
What happened last
I
time?
remember
Yeah.
the mime,
Yeah.
but what is any of this?
I
Yeah.
thought he was locked in a cage. What's going on?
Are his guns real? They're not real. But I don't mind it though. It's
yeah.
all right. Anyway, great. They should definitely make this series, and they are.
And where do we say it's going to be? It's going to be post.
Yeah,
the
it's set
movie,
in like
or post the series.
the modern day.
Yeah,
I think it
right.
might be set in the modern, or maybe like 10 years back.
It feels like they're setting up a whole raft of new character, like new
Yes.
superheroes.
But
Which
it-
I'd be on board with.
I think what's his name? Jeremy Irons is going to be. The rumor is he's going to be bloody Ozymandias.
Huh.
Yeah,
Jeremy
day.
Irons is.
Yeah, because he can do a slight German accent, which is what you need
guess
to do
that's
for
true.
that guy. And also, if it's on 20 or 30 years, he's a good age for it.
I guess that's true.
How many crunches can he do? How many crunches do you think Jeremy Irons can do?
I think he could do a lot, but he chooses not to do any.
He's lithe, like some men are lithe. You know?
Is he? I don't
He's
think
pretty-
that's true.
You know, Batman, Superman, he's sitting there and he's fixing a thing and he's like, Master Wade, why don't you get a girlfriend, you son of a bitch? And he's fixing something.
Yes.
Do you remember that? He's
He's
lithe.
saying he's quite lithe in
quite
that.
lithe in that
Lithe
scene.
in that. Uh-huh.
Do you remember?
I remember he's wearing some sort of trim British Army jumper, if
That's
I recall.
right.
Yes, okay.
Something
I
that a
don't
lithe
recall his
man can
trimness
pull off.
or not trimness.
You don't know what you're talking about. The next bit of news, remember you're ranking these in order of interest and another thing.
Yep. So wait, what are we up to? Is that one?
That was one.
Okay.
The second of three is
Wait, are you going up in interest or down?
down in interest.
So you've started with the most interesting thing.
Yes. That's how you get people on board.
No, it isn't. People are going to tune
No,
out.
it's how you get people on board for the first thing. You didn't let me finish. So now they're really on board for the first thing.
That's not how it works. You start with the second most interesting thing.
Yeah.
Then you put some middling things in, and you close on the most interesting thing.
Okay. Let's not do the Watchmen. Let's do the Watchmen thing again.
Okay, we'll do
I'm
it
not
at the end.
editing
Okay,
it
right,
out.
right.
But we'll
Okay,
do it
cool.
again.
We'll do it at the end. All
Okay,
right.
so this is now the second most interesting thing coming in first.
Okay, great.
There's an Iron Fist trailer 2 that came out.
Yes.
We both watched it.
We did.
The martial arts looked improved.
They do look improved, but at the same time, we're seeing
Snippets, fractions,
We're seeing
mere
2
seconds.
We're seeing 2 minutes of 13 hours.
Yes.
So I think if you cut up the first season of Iron Fist, you could get 2 minutes worth of great martial arts as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, good point, actually.
Yeah. No, and also Danny Rand is, we see the flashback mask
Yeah.
where he fights his friend. They're tied together by a ribbon and they punch each other or something.
Sure, like a two gang members in a musical.
Exactly, like two. Do you reckon that's where they got it from?
Yeah.
In the musical?
I think the mystical city of Kunlun
Yeah.
took that tradition from like Guys and Dolls or whatever.
Somebody
it's from.
must have brought that in then.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Danny Rand brought it in?
No,
when
I reckon
he crashed?
No, I reckon a previous generation brought it in.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's like, why am I doing this? And they're like, well, the tradition demands you must do it.
Because
and then he,
because 8 years ago, Darren bought it in.
yeah.
So
And then
now
he
you have to do
bloody
it.
yeah, exactly. And then and they're like, it's from time immemorial we have done this task, and you must do the duel as well or whatever. And then one day he just goes into a room and somebody's watching like the bloody the sharks fight the jets or whatever. Whatever that movie is. I don't
Whatever
know what it
that
is.
streetcar? No,
No.
the other one. I have seen it. I saw a school production of
Some
it.
of our references would be funnier if we knew what they were.
I
You
don't
think
know
about
if that's true.
No, no.
West Side Story.
Some of them.
Is it West Side Story?
Probably. Some of them would be funnier, and some of them would be exactly as
As
interminable
is.
as before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone pointed this out to me on Twitter, and I'm sorry I don't have your name in front of me. I just thought of it. But there's a moment in it where he goes, I never asked for the Iron Fist.
Yeah,
You
you
did.
did.
You
You
went and
totally
fought a
did.
dragon for it.
Yeah.
That's beyond asking. That's gone well out of your way. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
What is he talking about?
You had to edit out a sneeze there.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It's West Side Story.
That's what I said. It
All right, I'm just confirming.
was a bad production that I saw when I saw it.
Yeah. Tell
was
me
no
about
good.
it. Did they do the wrap the ribbon around the arm
did
fight?
do it.
There you go.
All right, what else we got here?
Hang on, what else happens to that?
No, that's what
trailer?
I'm saying.
No,
yeah.
he's got a red fist. The other
yeah.
guy's got red
Did he
fist.
steal his Iron Fist, or has he got his own Iron Fist?
You know what I think's going to happen?
Yeah.
I think that it's going to appear as if he's stolen the Iron Fist. And he's going to be like, I don't have the Iron Fist. What am I? I'm a failure because I don't have the Iron Fist.
thinks he doesn't have it.
Then he's going to realize the Iron Fist was within him the whole time.
Right, okay. And then he's going to have two Iron Fists.
Yeah.
Because he should have two, shouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Can he put it in his feet?
I think so.
Yeah, cool. Can he put it in his head?
Yeah.
Like, if he put it in his mouth, do you reckon he could, like, smash, like, a whole turkey roast?
Yes.
Like,
No, because he can only really do it once.
oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good point. He'd
Yeah.
just have a whole lot of broken
He could,
turkey bones
he could
in his
smash
mouth.
a jawbreaker.
Okay,
I think in
go
one. People would be like, whoa. And in the comic books, there's been, the Danny Rand Iron Fist and the previous Iron Fist have teamed up.
Yeah,
and they
right.
both have the Iron Fist.
Okay,
So
yeah, right.
my feeling is that we think he's going to have the Iron Fist stolen. The big reveal is he can just do it all the time anyway.
Good
It's
on
just
him.
confidence, It's just a confidence
That's
issue.
great.
Mhm.
Anyway, now for the least exciting bit of news before we get to the most exciting
Okay, I'm
bit
ready.
of
Yeah.
news.
Great.
The Jason Bourne Treadstone series is moving forward.
Terrific.
Remember that last one where Facebook there was too many Facebooks.
There was.
And the government was looking at us through our Facebook or something.
Yeah, I remember that. It's not really that. It's not really that scary when Facebook does that anyway.
Yeah, I know,
right?
exactly. There's no part of that that's terrifying to me because it's just...
And also,
What's happening?
if the government wanted all of Facebook's information, they could just be like, "Hey, Facebook, you want another $10 billion?" And they'd be like, "Sure,
Yeah, we'll take it.
here it is.
We'll do it.
Great."
Also, I was speaking to a cop a few years back, and he was talking...
Wow.
Yeah.
What a snitch.
Yeah, I was
James is a snitch, everybody.
No, I was just telling him which orangutans
He's a narc.
had guns.
Hide your
I was just
drugs,
saying which
everyone.
orangutans had guns.
Hide your drugs.
But he was saying that because he worked at a lot of, or used to work in a lot of like gangland crime stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he was saying that they just have access to everybody's Facebook. The cops just have
like
that.
even the hidden stuff or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, I've
they've
heard
just
that.
got it. So, I don't know how far that data goes, but yeah, they can just read your private messages. So
Great.
anyway, you just have to assume that for everything now. I do.
Yeah, for sure.
If you've put it on the internet, just assume that everybody in the world could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Treadstone.
Treadstone. Now is...
There's more Jason
Is
Bournes
10
ready.
Things I Hate About You going to be in it?
Probably.
What's her
I guess.
face?
Did she die?
No.
Julia Stiles?
Julia Stiles. I don't think so.
Who knows what
You
happened
mean
in that last
the
one?
character, not the actor?
Yeah. Julia Stiles is
I
very
think
much
she
alive.
lives.
Julia Stiles.
She probably disappears behind a bus like everybody does in those movies.
No, he probably pulls her onto a bus and's like, why are they following me still? What's her character's name?
Julia Stiles.
Wait, no, I mean in the movie.
That's what I mean, Julia Stiles.
They didn't even give her a different name?
No.
That's so weird.
Yeah, they were like, what's my character's name? And they're like, we could find and replace in your script, but we'll just say Julia Stiles.
Here we go. Her name's Nikki Parsons, but let's
There we
say a long-haired Julia Stiles appears briefly at the beginning of the film and is an impetus for getting Bond back on the grid.
Bond?
I remember Bourne, whatever. Do you
right.
remember when he went off the grid?
Yeah.
But now he's back on the grid
Back
in
on
this
the
one
grid,
because
yeah.
he was stopping Facebook from looking at everyone's dick pics or whatever that movie was about.
Yeah.
But the files
Guess what? Zuckerberg's seen them all. Don't even worry about it.
in understanding what happened to his father and what role he played in Jason's career, Julia Stiles is later shot to death by an asset of the CIA. I told
Alright,
you.
fine.
She should have got on that tram or moved behind the tram. Anyway, are you going to watch the Jason Bourne Treadstone series? And will it be completely indistinguishable from the other movies except Jason Bourne isn't in it? Do you reckon there's going to be a new Jason Bourne? They keep unlocking...
Yeah, they'll give him a Jason Bourne alike, sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe look, I think there's a chance that they could do something innovative with it. Maybe it's about the office people. That doesn't sound exciting.
No.
But maybe it's about that staff and how they have to intercede when one of their assets goes mad.
It's just going to be people looking confused at a GPS location system. That's what that show would be.
Right.
It'd be like, no, but he's going down. Oh no, he's in a different
But
place.
what I'm saying is, like, Jason Bourne appears to be the only one of these agents that isn't a total lunatic. Like, that isn't like a...
Well, there's the Jeremy Renner one. I
I've
didn't
seen
see that one.
Yeah, but like he seems like the only one who's not this ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
That is eventually going to go insane and start murdering indiscriminately. So maybe that's what this is about. It's about
Tracking down all the Treadstone dudes.
yeah, or maybe like they send them out in the field and then disaster, and then they have to go out into the field.
Right.
Like they're the support team, but that could work.
Yeah, anything can
I
work.
don't think that's what they're doing.
And now for our most interesting bit of news. Watchmen, they're making that series.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Was it worth the wait, Mason?
Yeah.
They're
See,
good.
best part of it. That's how you do it.
Best part of
Did
the
you
news.
feel it? Did you feel the endorphin
Felt
rush?
good, yeah.
And the best bit of news came at the end.
I think this might be the best bit of news, though. There's rumors that Tom Cruise was up for the role of Hal Jordan. But there's multiple rumors for this, so this is just one of the many. I didn't compile them all, all right? I'm not a bloody encyclopedia of things Tom Cruise does or doesn't do, okay?
You
Yet.
kind of are, though.
Yeah, a little
You
bit.
really do. You do a deep
I
dive
more
into
follow
his
his hair. That's what I focus on.
But, his hair is his life,
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That he's passed on the role of Hal Jordan, and the reason being is because he was killed in the film. So I'm presuming they were going to kill him, and then the Jon Stewart situation.
Oh, I
maybe.
see, right,
I don't
right.
know. I don't know
Okay.
that. If this rumor is true, which it may or may not be.
So he passed on it because the script was like, you're going to be Hal Jordan, and then you're going to
die.
be dead, and then
Yeah.
it's going to be a new guy. Okay.
also,
right.
he won't need to run as Hal Jordan.
That's true. He just
Maybe
float,
that's why he doesn't want to
zip
do it.
about.
Yeah. Can you
Maybe
imagine?
he demanded it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, listen, I'm going to be flying, but I want to use my legs
I
also.
want to run into
Yeah.
space.
I want a condition of the ring operating. It's not willpower. It's pumping those legs.
Yeah, so get
That's
him
how
going.
it works.
Get him bloody going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't even really imagine Tom Cruise on a wire being flown around and on in front of a green screen. Is that his kind of jam?
I mean, it's not, but I think if you framed it as Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I think if you framed it as, here's a new acting challenge for you, Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
you'd be like, ha ha ha, terrific. But at the same time, I think maybe he feels to me like he's in the mindset of, if we're going to do action, it has to be real action.
Yeah, right.
And if putting him in a green screen and having float about in a green bubble, that's not for him.
No.
Like, I think maybe he would go, okay, how about this? The entire movie, like, scene 1 of the movie, lose the ring.
Yeah.
Then it's me running around for 2 hours, and then I get the ring back at the end.
Okay.
Which could be interesting, but it's not what we want.
No. No, no.
Green bubbles is what
Green
we want.
bubble. Do we want that though?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No, we want. Well, I want the Green Lantern powers of like Kyle Rayner Green Lantern, who was the most interesting one, I think, because Hal Jordan was all green bubbles and big boxing gloves or whatever, and Kyle Rayner was the artist, and so all his if I remember correctly, the artist mandate when Kyle Rayner was the main Green Lantern was he never made the same construct twice with his ring, so it was always something different.
Okay.
So they really had to kind of stretch the old
noggin.
the old noggin. Exactly.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll get that. It'll be green bubbles. I mean, what did we get in Justice League? Green bubbles.
Oh yeah, we did get green bubble. They were in that, weren't they?
Yeah.
I also think Tom Cruise wants to be building franchises, and if you bring him in and kill him, that's not what he wants. He wants to be like one of, he wants to do the Mummy or
That's
whatever.
true, yeah.
Whatever he's doing, and Mission Impossible.
But I mean, if this rumor is true, I wouldn't be surprised if they went, okay, you don't die, and then you're the lynch. Like, we're gonna reboot this universe.
We're gonna kill off Superman,
kill him again.
Yeah,
and then you're the guy. I think he would.
That's
be on
right.
board with
Again,
that.
yeah. Great. Mm-hmm. This is the last bit of news before we get into the movie that we should have talked about last week, which we didn't. But Neil Blomkamp, the director of Robocop Returns, said on Twitter that he wants Peter Weller to come back as Robotcop.
That's right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that? We talked about this. Oh, actually, we've got an episode of Caravan of Garbage this week coming up on Tuesday of a classic Robocop game. Oh,
yeah, that's right.
It's a really good one. But sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I thought it might be a good idea if you brought back Alex Murphy, who's Peter Weller's character in the original Robocop movies.
Yeah.
But because it's decades later, he's not Robocop anymore. They've taken his brain out and they've put it in like
a cow's butt.
Yeah, like a cow's butt. And then that doesn't work out for him for a couple of years.
Yeah, right.
Or like he enjoys the change of pace. But
is this a trilogy? So we're starting with the cow's butt?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
But then they put him in like a human... a human shell, a human butt, and then a human body.
Yeah,
I think.
right.
Like either they clone
Do you mean
him.
like a biomechanical situation?
I think either would work. I think maybe they either clone him a new body or they put him in like... Because I think that would be a nice ending for that character.
Yeah, give him his humanity.
Exactly. You put him in like a robot, a human-seeming robot shell that can like feel and touch and stuff like that. I think, and then you make him the police commissioner.
And
then another dude dies.
And becomes a Robocop.
And then he's like, listen, this wasn't great for me.
Yeah.
But... do you want to be the new Robocop? And he's like, I would like to.
I'll do it.
Because I like the fact, like I enjoyed Peter Weller
Yeah.
as an actor, and I saw a making of where he was like, I was really proud of Robocop, and I thought it was a really good movie, and that is, it is good. But it's he's in his 60s now.
Yeah, he's an old man.
Didn't he get I just read somewhere that he got a political science degree at like 57 or something like that, or like a. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up.
That's what you got to do when you haven't got any more Robocop films to make.
That's true. Yeah,
you have to go to school again. Ugh, can you imagine?
Peter Weller, here we go. Here we bloody go.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you ready?
No, for you to say the thing
I'm
that he's doing.
working on it. I'm bloody working on it, all right?
What do I do while you're doing this?
Oh, he's got a PhD.
In?
Let's have a look. In 2007, Weller began a PhD at UCLA in Italian Renaissance art history.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not even one of those like honorary ones. It's like
it's a real
like
one.
you actually worked for it.
So he went, 2004 Master of Arts in Roman and Renaissance art. Occasionally taught courses in ancient history at the university.
Well, I guess he is a classical trained actor, isn't he? He's not an action Van Damme guy,
no, that's
is
true,
he?
Yeah. Syracuse University in Florence. That's where he went.
Oh, really?
And then PhD in Italian Renaissance art history. His dissertation, Alberti before Florence, early sources informing Leon Battista Alberti's De Pictura.
I'm familiar with all of those.
Pretty good,
words
right? That's
and
cool.
Things. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, good on him. You know, I think they're going to do with the new Robocop. They're just going to fish him out of a bin. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be like Alien 3 with Bishop. They're like, yeah, we found that. Should we just,
Yeah, right, okay.
Because I think people want to see him in the suit.
And that would suit him. That would suit Blomkamp sensibility.
He loves
Of
fishing something out of a bin.
Finding a robot out of a bin, exactly. Yeah. You know what he's going to do? It's going to be a garbage dump in South Africa. They've just dumped all of Detroit's garbage in South Africa, and they've just, what's this in this bin? I guess they could do, like, I would have more faith now in the ability to CG a proper Robocop walk.
But I don't think they're going to do it like that. I think they're going to do a lot of it practical. I think it's going to go way back. Yeah.
But do you think your Peter Weller is going to want to be put back in the suit? Because that thing's
definitely
that
not.
thing's a nightmare.
But it's better. Like that stuff is better now. Like it's easier to get into and out of. Like the C-3PO suit, you can slap it on in like 20 minutes now. But it used to take
He's 71.
Jesus, yeah. He's
look, if you're listening to Neil Blomkamp, and you're not, make him the police commissioner.
I like that idea a lot. I just don't think that's what they're going to do.
No.
I think you're going to have to see him in the armor. He's going to have to put it on at the end.
Third act, right? We got the new high-tech Robocop.
Yeah.
He's all slim. He's like the reboot.
He's so
one.
sexy.
He's slim and sexy, right? And he's like, man, I could do with some backup. And Peter Weller's and Bloody Murphy's like, all right.
Let me just get out of this cow's bus.
Exactly. Well, look what I got in storage. A new old Robocop suit. How about that? And then you have them both team up.
I would love that.
And that would work because people hate it when you don't use nostalgia as a crutch.
Why would you not use nostalgia when you could?
Yeah, exactly. So that, I think that would fit, because that's one of the reasons why people didn't like the Ghostbusters reboot.
Yeah,
is because there wasn't a handover.
Yeah,
it wasn't. We're the old Ghostbusters and we're giving the equipment to the new guys or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you go, hey, here's a new Robocop. And here's the old Robocop, and we're shaking hands. We're shaking with our one
Robot
remaining hands.
No, Robocop doesn't have either of his hands.
He doesn't have any of his hands. Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
anyway,
that.
minus all the cow's butt stuff.
Yeah.
I think that would work.
I like that cow's butt stuff that you recommended. I
didn't though. No, you've added that. You've added that. God.
Yeah. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the old Iron Fist costume? Just get back to that. The dojo outfit.
It works better on the other guy, I thought.
Okay.
I saw it and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then it cut to the other guy and they're dueling and I went,
oh yeah,
let's not bet on him actually.
That's why he got the Iron Fist, I guess, because he looks better.
Yeah.
All right, Mason.
But I think also maybe it looks weird because he's just wearing like a regular karate gi.
A gi.
And then the Iron Fist bandana thing. Put him in the full suit or put him in the tracksuit. I think that would work.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Or never put him in it ever.
Yeah. Don't show the chest tattoo anymore because it doesn't look great.
Nah. Mm-hmm. It's too thin. Yeah. And that's what I was saying to you before the show. He's got Iron Fist has the body of a guy who smokes Rolly cigarettes. Right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or he's always asking for a smoke at the
train
station.
He's asking for a smoke,
He's wearing a tracksuit, but not because he's a martial arts master.
Yeah.
He just loves tracksuits.
All right, here we go. Mason, Movement Watchers, they've come a long way from being crowdfunded kids just working out of a living room. Like a couple of podcasters, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. In the past, they've introduced a ton of new watch collections for both men and women, but they've also expanded to sunglasses.
Big fan.
Fashion-forward bracelets.
Ooh.
What does that mean, fashion-forward? Is it like looking ahead to new trends?
Probably.
Yeah.
Think of a positive association with the term fashion forward.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, I thought it would be something like that. Would you have, you're not wearing a watch? Oh, no, you are. You always you always take off your watch for podcasting.
I do. It's weird, right?
You take off shoes and watch.
Shoes and watch.
Yeah.
And then I acquire this dog.
Yeah, that's true.
This dog is here. Who's always real rowdy.
Yeah.
And then just settles down and doesn't move. Yeah. Then my leg falls asleep and I can't move her. Because
she'll bite you.
What am I going to do? Anger the dog? Nah, you're all right. But yeah, I love a movement watch.
Yeah.
I'm a big watch guy.
Have you got a new one recently, as of recent, or anything you've got your eye on?
I'm going to get the... it's called the Black Top. We mentioned this last time.
We did. Oh, that's right.
There's a whole bunch of colors, but it's like if you like a watch with a big face on it.
Yeah.
It's their biggest face yet.
Yes.
And there's one. It's like gunmetal grey, and it's got like an army green face.
Oh, very good.
Looks real
Excellent.
nice. I'm gonna get that.
Are you waiting for some kind of deal, perhaps like a 15% off?
Yes.
Free shipping or something.
Yes.
Oh, look, maybe there'll be something in store. We'll see what happens. They're all about looking good and keeping it simple, Mason. Movement watches don't tell you how many steps you've taken or blow your wrist up with text messages. It tells you the time, and it looks good.
I think that's a good idea.
Doing it.
I hate smartwatches.
I feel like it would just give me anxiety.
Yeah, right?
It'd just be telling me things all the time. Yeah. They sell also, these watches start at just $95 and a department store for a watch of comparable value in terms of materials they use and build quality. You're looking at $400 to $500 US.
Agreed.
Insane.
As someone who's got a lot of watches, some would say too many watches, that is very accurate.
They've cut out the middleman.
Very good quality watch.
That's right. They've cut out the middleman to middleman to get rid of this retail markup. They got classic design, quality constructions, and minimized style. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Get 15% off with free shipping and free returns if you're not a fan by going to MVMT. That's movement.com/weeklyplanet. See why Movement keeps growing. Check out their expanding collection. Go to mvmt.com/weeklyplanet. Join the movement.
Ooh.
And we also have this Casper ad, Mason. Maybe we read the wrong one last week and we're doing it
Yes.
again. Maybe
And
that's
now
why.
now this is a contractual obligation. We have to do it.
But I just like mattresses though also.
Me
So
too.
that's-
I'd do it even if this wasn't a requirement. Sometimes I'm just out the front of your house. I'm just shouting about my
Why
Casper
do you
mattress.
do that? People don't like that when you do that.
I don't care because I love my Casper mattress so much, beyond reason.
Yeah.
That I'm just shouting.
I've seen
about
you do it. You've strapped it to your back like a turtle, just running up and down the front of my house yelling at people
Yeah,
about it.
you know it. You know it, brother.
They're cleverly designed to mimic human curves, these mattresses, Mason, providing supportive comfort for all kinds of bodies. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping, so you should be comfortable. You bloody earned it.
Yeah.
The experts at Casper work tirelessly to make a quality sleep surface that cradles your natural geometry in all the right places, and the breathable design helps you sleep cool and regulate your body temperature throughout the night, which I'm a big fan of. That's an important thing to me. I don't want some weird, hot crap mattress. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you yell? You want some weird hot crap mattress?
Exactly. All those things sound like bad qualities to have in a mattress.
Agreed.
Weird and hot and crap.
Is your parents the generation of electric blankets?
No, my grandma was. Though.
Okay, yeah, because my parents still. I'll have a waterbed at the moment. I don't know whatever they got, but they're always like, "You should get an electric blanket." I'm like, "No, I don't want to catch fire in the middle of the night. I don't trust them. Just hot coils just running up and down me.
Yep.
No, thank you." They've also got over 20,000 reviews and an average of 4.8 stars across Casper, Amazon, and Google. Casper is becoming the internet's favorite mattress. Mason, how's the unboxing experience? Do you find fun and
Yes.
friendly and stress-free?
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
But also dramatic.
Also dramatic.
Dramatic and fun.
That's right. And also, you can be sure of your purchase with Casper's 100-night risk-free sleep-on-it trial. That's quite a long time to test out if you like it or not.
Yeah, but it's the correct amount of time.
I think it's exactly the right amount of time. You can actually get $50 towards selected mattresses by visiting casper.com/theweeklyplanet and using The Weekly Planet at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. That's $50 off towards selected mattresses, casper.com/theweeklyplanet, using promo code TheWeeklyPlanet at checkout. Join the movement.
No, you can't. That's
Can't say that?
no.
Get a mattress on your back and shout at your neighbours.
There we go. Perfect.
Very good. All right, Mason, we're here to talk about The Meg.
Yep.
We didn't see it last week, but we saw it this week.
Yep.
It's crap. What did you think?
Yeah, it's crap.
Okay, good.
This isn't going to be one of our rare, one of us likes it and one of us hates it episodes. We both hated it.
Yeah.
It seems that way.
I didn't hate it, but it's crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did it feel like it was from 2004?
No, I felt very modern to me.
Yeah.
But just not good.
You know why I also take umbrage with the movie The Italian Job, which we talked about last week?
Yep.
And some people are like, I can't believe you hate The Italian Job remake. It sucks for many reasons. But one of the reasons in it is because Jason Statham's character is called Handsome Rob. And I think it's supposed to be ironically, but he's probably the most handsome person in that group when you look at it.
Yep.
Objectively.
What about
What, just because he's got a
Charlize
shaved
Theron?
head? Doesn't count.
All right, fine.
Doesn't count, Mason.
Yeah, no, all right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Is he? No, I thought he was because he is handsome.
I don't think that's why.
Really?
Because you don't call someone handsome someone if they're actually handsome.
In America, you do.
Do you?
Yeah.
But he's not even American.
Whatever. In Europe, you do. It's only in Australia.
Yeah.
Where if you've got red hair, they call you Bluey.
Yeah.
It's that.
Or Uggo.
Yep.
Yeah?
I'm constantly being called Uggo.
No, I mean if you got red hair.
'Cause I'm so
they call you Uggo. Yeah, that's right.
I'm so handsome, right? That's why everybody calls me Uggo.
That's exactly why.
what
There's
a
sometimes
relief.
insults are just insults.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Mega got a 44.5 million US opening weekend, 96.8 million worldwide, at a $130 million production budget, which is quite a lot, which I guess why it's PG-13.
Yeah, they wanted to make
and
their
it's-
money back.
But it's doing very, very well. This is one of the, I think, of rare examples where you make it bloodless and it actually would benefit. You know, I think I think it
ticket
makes
sales,
it
but-
makes it a worse film, but I
Yes.
think financially it's the correct decision to make.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Remember
And
that movie Piranha 3D?
yeah.
That
I remember
one's-
it being ridiculous and
I mean, that is
fun.
gruesome.
But that made no money, presumably.
Yeah, for
I
sure,
should
right.
actually look that up.
If
Well,
you
actually,
could.
I'll look that up while you're telling us what the story was.
Ooh, there's a giant. Wait, Wait, hang on. There's a thing in the ocean. Everybody thought the ocean, the bottom of the ocean was the bottom of the ocean, but actually there's some gas or something.
In the Mariana Trench.
There we go, but there's actually some gas at the bottom. And they're like, we're pretty sure that under the gas there's more stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they go under the gas. This research team, they go under the gas. And they're like, oh, there's some stuff under here.
Was there?
The Meg is under there.
The Meg.
Look out.
Look, are we doing full spoilers? Or non-spoilers,
No,
sorry?
it's non-spoilers.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The budget of Piranha was 24 million and it made 83 million. So it made the money back, but
Okay,
that's
just
not
barely.
the Meg money.
No, that's
but also
very
the
true.
Piranha didn't cost 130 million dollars or
That's
whatever
true,
it was.
yeah.
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 Sorry. Yeah, that is the story.
That is the story, right?
And
And,
the
the
Meg's-
only one who can stop the Meg is disgraced drunk Jason Statham.
Or just someone with a bunch of machine guns, probably.
Yeah, they could have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Torpedo probably could have done it.
Definitely a torpedo. Yeah.
They home in on stuff.
If you hit it with an airplane, if you crashed an airplane, because
That
they're
would
not
definitely do
it's
it.
a shark. It's not a bulletproof
Yeah.
shark. It's a
And
shark.
I had some scaling issues with that.
Were
But
they
here's-
resolved at a? Are we doing non-sport? What did we say on
Oh, let's do
spoilers?
non-spoilers. Let's do non-spoilers
sure.
for a bit. All right, let me think. Casting all over the shop.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel.
really. I mean, it's an international cast. It's a very international film.
Yep.
Like it's clearly designed to appeal to a number of different markets. There's a bit at the start that I noted. I can't remember the exact numbers, but they're like the Mariana Trench is 7,000 meters down, and someone else is like, that's like 22,000 feet. That's good. Cover all systems of measurement. That's
That's
great
right.
stuff,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
And the cast is incredibly international in a very obvious way.
Yes.
I think the lead lady is a Chinese.
Bing?
Yeah.
Yep.
What else is she in?
I don't know.
Other things, probably.
Let's look her up.
Okay.
But also, there's a lot. This movie contains a lot of, as well as making distance conversions.
Yes.
There's also a lot of professionals explaining very basic things to each other.
Yeah,
There's a lot
absolutely.
of-
Yeah.
There's a lot of don't make any sudden moves while in the water because sharks can notice movement. Yeah,
We're all shark experts.
I'm a dive rescue expert.
Oh, she's in Age of Extinction. She's in Resident Evil
Uh-huh.
Retribution.
Okay, well those are both movies that covet the international audience. I feel.
Are they ever? Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
There you bloody go.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah, there is absolutely a lot of that, and but they're all supposed to be marine biologists to some extent and whatever. Okay, I guess this is kind of a spoiler for the opening scene, but at the start, Jason Statham's on a rescue. He's rescuing people from a submarine.
Yep.
It's being attacked by something. He suspects it's some kind of
Giant shark.
giant shark. You don't see it, but he's called crazy for thinking that there was something attacking the ship.
Uh-huh.
He had the bends or whatever happens when you go down
Yeah,
the bottom
right.
of the ocean.
He had depth psychosis or
Depth
something. Yeah.
psychosis. Was that in the Mariana Trench? Was that beneath the surface of?
No, I think that was just in the regular.
There was just another the Meg outside of the trench.
Yeah.
What's?
Or it briefly came out of the trench.
But did you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because they were just in regular ocean. Because the Meg is under a layer of like ice or something, like
It's gas.
gas ice
Yeah.
that you can't pass because it's gas ice. It's too cold. Don't
yeah,
touch it with your hands or whatever. Yeah, I found the first half of this movie kind of more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, exploring the ocean depths and whatever. And then when the shark comes out, I'm like, oh yeah, this is sort of something. But then it's not anything.
It's not anything.
Yeah.
The stakes are too small, I feel.
Yeah, right.
Like this isn't like a Godzilla where if the Meg gets into the world, the whole world is going to explode or whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to destroy the whole world. It'll be a bit of a nuisance.
Well, that's
for a
yeah,
while.
but they kind of treat it like it is a really big deal, but it's not.
Yeah, and sure, some people will die.
Definitely, and they do.
and they attempt to like. I think they attempt with the audience. They attempt to they give us some point of view characters and go, wouldn't it be bad if they died?
Yeah.
I don't care about them. Though.
I don't care about any of these people. Exactly. I mean, there's a bit where it attacks the beach, which is, I guess, okay, but it's
Yeah.
not super interesting.
No.
That's also at the end, you know, when they're on the boat and you see the Chinese flag on the back of the boat or whatever. There's a lot of like little nods like that. I'm like, this is for everybody. Don't you bloody forget it. Don't
Yeah.
forget it, Mason.
Okay.
Have you forgotten it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Don't forget it.
Uh-huh.
Ruby Rose had Charlize Theron's dreads from the Fast and Furious
Bad
movie.
hair.
What is that?
And there's a joke in the movie about how she falls into the water and now her hair's been improved or whatever. Like, yeah, it did.
Was that the joke?
She's got good hair normally.
She's got great hair. We talked about it just last week.
Yeah, we did. But she's got terrible hair in this.
Yeah.
She looks way better after she's been dunked. Spoiler alert, Ruby Rose gets dunked.
Gets dunked big
by
time.
Shaquille O'Neal.
What about the Rainn Wilson character? He's the man in charge of the facilities. He's the money man.
He's the Steve Jobs-esque billionaire who's
Yeah.
put all his money into this ocean exploration / exploitation.
His character has a turn which kind of doesn't fit in with everything else that he's doing.
He turns between being this lovable, clueless guy to being like a heartless megalomaniac,
Like a
for some reason.
Zuckerberg man.
Yeah, right.
So I don't.
Yeah, I feel there were two scripts. Maybe there were two character sheets for that guy.
Yeah.
2 character breakdowns, and they just went, mash them together, put a twist here. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. What did you think of the special effects in general? The big shark looked pretty good.
It looked fine. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bit where Jason Statham is being dragged along through the water, and then he takes a leap out onto the boat.
Yes.
Which looks pretty terrible.
Yeah, right.
That looks pretty bad. But I mean, this is a very expensive B movie.
Isn't it though? Yeah.
So most of it looks pretty good.
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, they didn't get Jason Statham or Lee Bingbing or Rainn Wilson or any of the Ruby Rose or the remainders.
Yeah.
And
Cliff Curtis.
Cliff Curtis. And is he real?
Yeah. He's
Okay, cool.
he's the guy from New Zealand, but he could be from anywhere.
Yeah, right.
How does he do it?
He's from New Zealand.
Yes, he is.
He's the guy. He's like in the Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows-esque.
That's it. Yeah.
Is he in that?
No.
Okay.
He might be, but I don't think he is.
Right.
Yeah. He's in Once for Warriors.
There we go. If you took the budget away and you made this with the asylum, the home of terrible mega shark versus giant octopus,
Yeah.
do you think it'd be any worse?
No.
Yeah. See, there we go.
Not particularly. Yeah. I like Statham in this. Like he's
for sure.
all right. He's got great abs for a man of 51. How does he do it? Could be CGI though. That's what
true.
they do these days. I did a video on that recently, Mason.
Oh, they CGI everything. Okay.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah. I think he's a good choice for this.
Yep.
You know, because you also kind of keep the budget down with a guy like him. Because he's expensive, but he's not a Tom Cruise. He's
Exactly.
not a
It's
Brad
not
Pitt,
$50 million a picture. Right.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, I think his charm carries a lot of the movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Because a lot of the other characters are just annoying
Or dumb.
They're all
dumb, yeah.
What are they doing out here?
Yeah, what is anyone doing anywhere? Did you think it was funny at points?
I think there was one joke.
I remember there being one joke. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
I don't know. But I would have liked a bit more. No, it doesn't need to be realistic, but explaining the science of what is happening. Because so they go beneath the Mariana Trench, and there's all sorts of crazy critters
It's the
down there.
Marinara Trench.
Sorry, like the spaghetti.
Like the spaghetti, yes.
And there's a giant squid and whatever else. Why can anything see under there? Like it's stuff like that. It's like this is the ocean depths.
Evolution.
Yeah, I know, but if you go to the bottom of the ocean,
It's anglerfish with the lights and stuff, but
I
there
guess
isn't
so.
any in.
No, they drop
the Meg
lights.
doesn't
I'm
have
sure
one.
there's an actual explanation for it,
Right,
but I just feel like, why is
that
any
your
of this
biggest problem with this
anything?
movie?
No, absolutely not. It's just that.
Let's talk about our biggest problem with this movie. It's just dumb. Is that it? What is it?
Do you want to go into spoilers?
Yeah, let's go into spoilers.
Sure.
Let's say worst movie ever.
Yeah, it's definitely the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to this too. I was looking forward to like
I know.
dumb, deep
You were
blue
like, let's
sea-
do a whole episode on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right.
All right. Okay, so the twist in this is that there's 2 sharks.
Yes.
They kill the first shark, and as soon as they kill, I thought they were just tranking it. I didn't realize they were actually killing it. And then they did. And then as soon as it was strung up, I was like, oh, there's going to be 2 sharks. There's going to be 2 big old sharks.
There's a bit in this movie where Jason Statham has to go out and shoot the Meg with a tracking device.
Yes.
So they can later go and shoot it with a poison dart. Just do the first one. Just shoot.
But you have to get it in the mouth or in the eye or something, don't you?
Okay, yeah.
But he swims out just barefoot.
No flippers.
What's so weird about that? Because they're like, oh, check out this shark that's it's just killed all these poachers. Who cares or whatever. I mean, they're people as well.
There we go. There's a bit in the movie where the Meg has destroyed a ship full of shark poachers.
So many.
And one of the people out there one of the team goes, these sharks don't have any fins. And one of the other team members goes, yeah, those poachers, they cut the fins off and then they throw the sharks back. All for a soup. But also, which is great. It's good dialogue.
All for a soup.
But also, wouldn't you know that? If
Yes.
you work in the ocean,
Yeah.
surely you would be aware of poachers stealing
I know that, and I don't work in the ocean.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're afraid of the ocean.
I'm afraid of the ocean.
You're afraid of water.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's because I saw Jaws 4 when I was little. But there's a bit where, so they're out there and they're like, oh, don't get too close to the shark. It's right there.
Yeah.
Like Jason Statham swims out like 50 feet. It's just doing laps.
Yeah.
I don't even know why it's still around. It's just hanging about. Like, with Jaws, it would kind of disappear and reappear and whatever.
Right.
This is just, it's just around. You don't need to track it.
It doesn't appear to be doing much beyond...
Yeah. Also, it makes a beeline for the shore.
Yeah.
Even Rampage had a reason for the animals making a beeline.
There was a beacon, right?
Why?
There's no reason. Exactly. Why would it... And there's at no point do they go... Oh, it ate a human, now it's got a taste for humans because that's how its brain works or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I could go and eat ants, or I could go and eat a whale.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
could chomp down on a whale, which is presumably delicious.
Yeah.
But I won't.
It is delicious.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Apparently.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Okay, there's a couple of things I did like about this movie.
Yes.
There's a guy who says that Jason Statham went ocean mad at the start.
Yes.
And at the end, it turns out that it really was a megalodon. Also, I would argue that because there was a megalodon doesn't mean that first thing didn't happen.
He could actually be crazy.
He could be crazy.
Yeah.
Because where was the megalodon? Where did that happen? Anyway, whatever. It did happen. We saw it. It hammered the wall in or whatever. But the guy went to Statham and said, I fucked that up. I was wrong. Right. There wasn't a bit of like, well, you're still a loose cannon or whatever. He was like, he owned it. He's like, I made a mistake.
Right.
You kind of don't see that. You know what I mean?
Right.
There was a little bit
this
of a
movie's innovative in
character
that
arc.
one particular way.
And the other bit is when they went inside the shark cage after they tracked the shark to trank the shark, and the shark starts to eat the cage, gets his mouth around it, and and Ruby Rose's character is like, that cage will not break. And it doesn't, but the shark's just going to swallow the cage whole. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's cool. But those are all the things that I liked.
Okay, terrific.
Claire made a really good point because we saw it together at some point earlier this week. A lot of this movie is just like, there is intelligent people in this movie and intelligent women. Like what's the lady's name, the lead actress?
Li Bingbing.
Li Bingbing. She's a great marine biologist and arguably better than her father or whatever. But she's constantly just getting saved by Jason Statham. Yeah, it's the same with the Ruby Rose character. She goes in the water.
Twice. She falls in the water
and she's like, twice. What's anything? What? I don't understand. And the guy's like, I'll distract the shark and you swim back or whatever. Just both of you swim back. Mm-hmm. It's just like shit like that is like, what even is this? Yeah, it's a stupid movie. And not good stupid, just no effort stupid.
That's the thing, because it wasn't... If it was insanely stupid and everybody's looking at the camera and giving a bit of a nod and a wink, I think I'd be more on board with it.
Yeah.
But it just
Which is kind of what Piranha was. And look, it's probably not good, Piranha.
Yeah, for sure, right.
But there's even bits where, so Jason Statham saves Li Bingbing from the bottom of the ocean, whatever. She goes down to save people and he ends up saving everyone or whatever. And then she comes up and she wakes up and her father's there and her daughter's there and Jason Statham's there and she's like, oh, thank God I'm alive. Listen, I just want to talk to Jason Statham, just me and him. You just met this guy. Your father's there. Your kid's there. Who gives a shit about this weird-headed...
And then she's like, you're the guy that lets people die, and you let people die again. And he's like, I'm sorry, I did the best I can. And then later she's like... And then she gets saved by him again.
That's right, exactly.
Like, you did save me again.
But then at the
now
end...
you're a guy that does save people all the time.
She does save him a little bit at the end. He's in the water, which we'll talk about that end sequence. And she just like nudges like a hammerhead shark or whatever, a small shark out of the way that may have got him.
Yeah, right.
Or whatever.
And there's a lot of... No, I lost my train of thought.
Her dad died. She didn't even seem to care.
Yeah.
I like the little girl, actually.
Yeah, she seemed not super annoying. And she did, like, actual kid stuff.
Yes.
She'd run away singing the last thing she said or whatever.
That's right, exactly.
That's what kids do.
I liked the big shark biting the glass.
Yeah.
I was well into that. That was pretty good stuff.
There was no foreshadowing that there was going to be two of the Megs, though.
I felt... Yeah, I didn't think it was too out of left field. You thought there was too many...
Yeah, no, but I mean, why would there... There should be... There should have been, I feel, some explanation as to why there were two.
Right.
So, because then... You know, because then you're like, because then we, the audience, would know something that the cast didn't know.
Okay, yeah, fair
Or the
enough.
characters
You
didn't
didn't think
know,
that was a nice little surprise when it jumped out and grabbed the whatever, and that guy was like, being eaten, everybody's being eaten.
Yeah.
I mean, me in particular.
When Jason Statham, they pull, he's on the zippy line, and they fling him back onto the boat, and they're like, "We did it, good stuff, buddy." I like that.
You like that?
No, it was stupid because the Meg was still right there.
It was right. It would just smash the boat in half.
Just outran it easily.
Oh yeah.
And again,
if it chased him back to the boat, it would have just ran into the boat, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And just split the boat in half.
yeah, and the thing about the Meg is, it didn't seem that tough. You know
No.
what you could have hit it with a torpedo.
Yep.
Or a missile.
You could stab it in the eye.
Yep.
You could gut it with a submarine.
You could put a. You could.
They do gut it with a submarine.
Yeah, that's true. They do. You could kill another shark and put poison in it and
Yep.
wait till it ate the shark.
You could swim close to it and shoot it with the tracking device.
Shoot it with a tracking device.
And then
It just didn't seem that tough, you know.
No, I mean it's a shark. I guess.
Yeah.
Should it have been bigger? Should it
Yes.
have been?
Should have been 1,000 feet long. That's what I was expecting with this thing.
Yeah.
100. I thought there were
It's like 30
pre-existing
feet.
sharks this big.
No, not this.
All right,
yeah.
all
I mean,
right.
there's pretty big sharks, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. So you wanted like 1,000-foot shark,
Yes.
like a kaiju kind of shark
Yes.
situation. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said something about scale before.
I think that was it. Like, I think because I was expecting bigger, and then we saw some little sharks.
There were some
I
little
don't know.
sharks. There were
I
some
don't know-
little sharks.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, I think I've said all I need to say. I think it should have been bigger.
Did you like-
insanely big?
Did you like at the end? The end I thought was really quite just nothing, where they're just kind of in two impossible to exist submarines, just zipping around like it's the Phantom Menace under the water.
Yeah, even Phantom Menace colors.
just back and forth and dodging sharks and
yeah.
look out, it's on your left, and it was like a space battle. It
was, wasn't
I don't know
it? Yeah.
what that was,
Uh-huh.
but then he cuts it and then he punches its eye out or something or whatever
yeah,
happens.
right. And then evolution takes over, and all the other animals.
All the sharks get
yeah,
it.
all the other sharks get it. Yeah.
That's evolution, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it?
No, no, it's not. No.
I don't. It's not good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
You know what? This is a joke that I might not be the one that I liked, but I like the bit where Cliff Curtis is like, "Hey, you know, I can do this. You don't have to do this." And Statham's like, "No, I got this. I'm saving people." And he's like, "Good, because I wasn't really going to do it."
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Like, I thought that
pretty
was
good. Yeah,
alright.
that's okay. That's fine.
Is that the joke?
Yeah, okay, they're pretty good together.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you see another The Meg with those two in it?
I would see another The Meg in general. Yes.
What if more, even bigger?
I don't think
sharks
you
came
don't
out.
go more
Yep,
because it's not a numbers thing; it's a size thing.
Yes.
So you go bigger.
absolutely.
But how does the one get out of the trench again? You got to go down in the trench and the Rainn Wilson turn. We should talk about that, I guess.
Oh yes.
So he turns evil.
Yeah.
He seems mostly fine and helpful for most of it.
Yep,
and then he
does.
lies and said he alerted the authorities about a giant shark. Also, you'd never find that shark in the ocean. You just never see it. Like, that thing, it's big,
Yeah.
but it's in the ocean.
Didn't have a tracking device in it at that point.
At that point, no, but I'm just, maybe. But also, you don't really need to alert the world about a
right.
shark.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
right.
it's big, but it's not more dangerous than a regular shark.
And also-
I guess it can knock a ship down or
But
whatever.
at the same time, like, wouldn't it just go back down to the deep? Surely it would go to the deepest point of the ocean it could go to anyway.
It's where it's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Just eating whales.
Eating whales all
and
day.
then you torpedo it.
Yeah. But then Rainn Wilson, he didn't really alert the authorities. He made a bunch of depth charges and went out and tried to blow it up himself.
To prevent lawsuits.
What?
Yeah, right? Just deny everything.
Yeah.
Here's the simpler option. You just shut the facility down, everybody leaves, and you just wipe the computers.
Yeah.
And
Also,
then what were you doing out here? Nothing?
also, arguably, I would say not arguably, none of that is his fault.
Yeah,
He didn't release it. He didn't open a door for it.
that's true. Yeah.
They went down to rescue and to explore, and it got out.
Yeah.
It's an accident. Also, you're a billionaire. What do you care?
Yeah, right?
Do you know the money you put into depth charges and paying people to fly at the middle of the ocean to kill a giant shark? Just give it to the people who died.
And his own personal, like, I'd never do. He's nearly killed multiple times,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, I'll swim out to potentially encounter that shark again. Why would you?
Why would you?
Yeah.
Sharks, you know?
Yeah.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah, they
Or
really
aren't.
are. No, they are.
They definitely are,
Yeah.
aren't they?
For sure.
Nah, this is
In discussing it, it gets worse, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does. Yeah. We did get a bunch of tweets here.
Also, sweet watches. Everybody has a nice watch.
I didn't
don't know if you
notice
noticed
that.
yeah.
Were they movement watches?
They should have been.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, but they were all
Good.
very nice.
Excellent.
I think I have Ruby Rose's watch.
Okay.
Or a cheap copy of it somewhere.
Wow. Imagine. What a
Yeah,
world.
I know, right?
Adam says, I just saw Jason Statham fight a shark. It took itself way too seriously. Kind of a nothing movie. I agree with that.
Yep.
You know what it's time for there, Mason?
What we reading?
What are we going to read?
Oh.
I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today?
So this week, we were talking about... what were we talking about? What's going to be remade recently? Oh, the Bourne movies. The Bourne TV
Oh, yeah.
show.
What, you been watching that?
No, I haven't, because it's not out yet.
No, I mean the Bourne movies.
No, I haven't. But I was going to say I started watching Condor, which is... In Australia, it's on Stan. It's based on the movie 3 Days of the Condor with Robert Redford, which in itself is based on the book 5 Days of the Condor.
With Robert Redford.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's I think we've talked about the movie before.
I don't think so.
No, we did when we talked about Captain America Civil War.
Oh, okay, right.
So it's an espionage show, and basically in the movie, Robert Redford is like...
Why did they change it to 3 days from 5 days?
I don't know either. Bit zippier.
Long weekend?
Yeah, well now they've just cut out, there's no days. I don't know how many days.
Condor.
Yeah, the next season's just going to be called Door.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, me too. But it's basically the movie and the TV show. It's basically there's an analyst.
The 70s?
No, the TV show is the modern day, but the movie is about Robert Redford's like a CIA analyst. He's not like a special forces dude or anything like that, and he works in like a civilian team,
Right.
and his team learns a terrible secret. And then when he's out of the office, the CIA sends in a team, or like a Secret Service team goes in and kills everybody, expecting him to be dead as well. And then he has to go on the run. And so he's just a dude who knows some stuff, but he's not an operative.
He's
not an operative, and he has to go on the run.
Okay.
And so this is the series based on that.
Right, okay.
It's good. I'm enjoying
Is it
it
a
so
limited
far.
series?
I don't know. I've only watched a few episodes.
On
It's
Stan,
good
you
stuff.
say?
On Stan. But I also watched the movie Parker, which is the
Oh, you
Jason
did end up
Statham-
watching
Yeah,
that?
I ended up watching that. Yeah.
And?
It's not good.
Wow, better than the Meg?
It's better than the Meg for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
If you're going to watch a Jason Statham movie this week,
Yeah.
your options are either pay to see the Meg or go to Netflix where Parker is free. Probably watch Parker.
Does it reference the Mel Gibson one?
No, not at all. No, they may as well be different characters, but they're the same character.
I was going to say.
But it's very similar in that he is only owed a certain amount of money, and he's like,
Yeah. He's just about it's the principle of the thing.
yeah, but also and it's basically he is assigned to do a job with a team.
Gets double crossed?
He gets double. Well, they're like, how about after the job? They're like, hey, why don't you? We're all going to pool our money and get the resources to do a bigger job. And he's like, I don't want to do that job. I just want my money.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we're going to kill you. And then they shoot him. They leave him for dead. But he's not dead.
How long is he dead for?
He's not dead at all.
No, but how long is he not dead for? Sorry.
He's never not dead.
Yeah, I know, but he's not
alive
dead
the whole time.
Yeah, but how long is he not dead for? And when they shoot him, how long until he comes back?
Oh,
And he's like, remember me?
Yeah, no, like a couple of days.
Oh, wow. They don't shoot him that much, do
They
they?
shot him a lot.
How did he come back?
I don't know. It's not a very well-made movie. It's fine. It's got either Nick Nolte or Gary Busey in it.
Wow.
I think it's Nolte.
That's great.
And Jennifer Lopez is like a bloody real estate agent that can't get it together, and she lives with her mom, and then they team up or something. It's not bad. Some of the action's pretty good.
But?
No, it was worth my time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, what have you been reading?
I watched Zoolander 2 finally.
Oh, wow.
It's really bad.
Did you pay for it, or was
No.
it free?
Yeah, I paid. I went to a red box and I paid for... No.
Oh, you went to one of our famous DVD vending machines.
I don't think they're just here. I think I see too many people standing at those. Whenever I'm at the shops, there's always someone who's standing. I just want to go up and go, what the fuck are you doing?
Get iView, it's free. SBS On Demand has heaps of movies.
Netflix is the cost of one of these movies.
Yeah, right.
You
And
fucking
it's way
dope.
It's way cheaper if you forget to return it, and they charge you like $40 a day until the DVD
insane.
comes back, right?
Anyway, Zoolander 2 was there's a lot of references to being... Why am I talking about this? There's a lot of references to like being old and they're out of the game and they don't get it anymore. But also the movie is all of those things, like independent
Yeah,
of
right.
that story point.
Okay, so it's not a wry observation about those actors.
No, and it's very unfunny.
So
And Ben Stiller directed. I like most of his movies.
It's Reality Bites.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that because it's just guys going, what does it mean? It's the 90s. Shut up.
Yeah, it is like that. So wait, so is Zoolander not self-aware? Zoolander 2?
It kind of is. There's a lot of cameos and whatever, but...
It doesn't count as being self-aware.
I don't know. Yeah, but...
I'll watch it and I'll get back to you.
No, don't.
I'll give it I'll know for certain whether it's self-aware after the first 5 minutes.
It feels like...
That's my guarantee.
It feels more Austin Powers-esque, but the bad parts of that.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. The other thing I watched, though, I watched every episode of Disenchantment, or
Okay.
Disenchanted, whatever it's called, on Netflix. It's the new Matt Groening or Groening
I was going to tell you
series.
definitively. I was going to go, it's called Disenchanted. Then I'm like, maybe it's not.
I don't remember.
Yep.
Anyway, it's kind of getting kicked a bit, but I really liked it.
Okay.
It's definitely slow to start with, or even not good to start with, but it really finishes strong. I reckon it's, and it's one of those, and I say this every time, I don't generally recommend stuff that you have to stick all the way through it.
Yeah.
But it's even good enough from the start, I think you could.
Why would you say it starts off not good?
It's just the characters are weirdly defined and...
Okay.
I don't know. It's just not very funny or interesting.
What's the premise again?
It's medieval times. It's your
Terrific.
Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, magic and whatever. And
Uh-huh.
but it's definitely more it's Futurama than it is Simpsons in terms
Yeah,
of
right.
tone and jokes and I guess even animation style. But
Yeah, right.
no, I really liked it. I think it is getting kicked, but I would definitely like to see another season of it.
Yeah, right.
I liked it a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, but I might be in the minority on that. Yeah.
Do you think is it one of those things where we're going to get 10 seasons out of this?
Maybe. I hope so.
Okay.
I was hoping that they made, because there's only 10 or whatever. I was hoping they made 20 and they're going to do the other half
Yeah, right,
soon, but
uh-huh.
apparently they haven't even started working on it.
Okay,
So
all right. I'll
that's
give
a
it a
shame.
bloody well.
Yeah.
What are the two things I'm watching?
Zoolander 2.
So, all right,
Don't worry about that.
5 minutes of Zoolander 2.
Yeah, watch
Not the whole
Disenchanted
thing.
or Disenchantment, whatever it's called.
Okay, right.
Disenchanted? I think it's Disenchantment. Yeah, it's a lot of voices as well.
Guess what? I don't care.
There's it is, yeah. There's
I've
like
already forgotten which one you said it
there's
is.
your Billy West and your
Yeah, right, okay,
the
cool.
guy who does
Great.
Bender and whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
What else, Mason? Anything else?
Oh, no, that's about it, I think. I watched 2 things. Come on, give me some credit.
That's a lot of
I watched
things.
3 things.
What is the third thing?
The
Oh, it's the
Meg.
Meg. Yeah. It's good, isn't
No,
it?
it's not, though. Have you forgotten what we just talked about?
Okay, this is a slight spoiler for the Meg, I guess. They didn't game us on us at the end.
That's true.
There's
This is
definitely
the
room
end.
for a sequel, and there will be a sequel, but there wasn't a third or fourth or fifth shark or however many sharks were in that movie.
Yeah, it was very... They did end with a little joke, though. Did you see that?
When?
It said Finn at the end.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
That's funny.
I clapped.
Did you?
I legitimately clapped.
Wow.
Yeah. It was ironic, though.
Oh,
People
yeah.
didn't know that. I
Yeah,
think
no, I get
people
it.
just thought I was clapping.
It's-
Don't clap in a theater, by the way.
Wow, really?
No.
Now, what you were such a Grinch. You're
Yeah.
a cinema Grinch. You should start a new YouTube channel called Cinema Grinch, and that's you. And you're like, oh, I hate everything in the movie.
I like things. in
Don't
movies.
text during the movie.
Don't
unless
text
you're
during the
making
movie.
notes, which I do.
I don't
I'm
do
James.
that.
I make notes on my phone, but then I'm rude to. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So you do it. I've seen you do it.
I don't do it anymore.
All right.
Sometimes I do it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I also.
But also, if someone's sitting next to me, I don't do it. You know what I mean? And I'll put it like in my coat or whatever.
Yes.
If it's you, I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair. But also, like, exactly, I'm not going to kick up a stink. Also, I feel like there's different etiquette depending on the movie.
And what? Yeah.
I think
totally.
the Meg, if you want to talk during the Meg or text or film it, who cares? I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's no. It's not a tense political thriller. It's not A Quiet Place where
No.
if there's
If you make
outside
any noise at all,
if
yeah.
outside interference is disruptive to the viewing experience, the Meg, it doesn't matter.
It's fine.
Every dude's whipping around on a cable. It doesn't. Who cares? You know?
Yeah, I
He's in a
agree.
little submarine.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's bad actually.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it is good.
Yeah.
Next
Do letters?
thing?
Let's
Yeah.
do letters. All right.
The classic one was letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, they're only a day away. I know they're here right now. We're gonna do letters.
I'll tell you this much, Mason. If you want to reach the show, you can. #WeeklyPlanetPod on
That's
Twitter.
true.
You can also shoot an email over to weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com and we'll read out some or all.
Yes.
Usually just some, because all would probably be too many.
Too many. Too
Yeah.
many. It's way too many. We get a lot of emails.
Or not enough.
You send us more emails.
We'd love
We'd
more.
love more emails.
Yeah.
Love them.
Do you want to go first?
Okay, sure.
What do you got?
This is from Ben Carrasco.
Yeah.
Hello, podcast boys. That's us.
Hello, Ben.
To me, a good theme intro to a TV show can add a bit to the show in terms of establishing a tone, but mostly they are just cool little visualizers fans can enjoy every episode. Do you guys have any favorite TV theme songs or intros?
Yeah, keep it short.
Really?
Yep.
Do you skip? You know, because on Netflix you can skip.
Yep.
Do you really?
Yep, definitely.
Every single one?
Mostly, yeah.
Wow. What about BoJack Horseman?
I do like that one.
That's
but I
a
still
good
skip
one,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I will never skip that one.
Okay.
I'll never skip it because it's cool.
What about Mad Men, where it's like... It's a metaphor as well because he's falling,
Yeah.
but he's not really falling. It's a metaphor for
Mad
maybe a
Men,
life.
Mad Men,
we're all madmen.
we're
all of
going
us.
cuckoo. that's the.
I never
sometimes the-
finished Mad Men,
Yeah.
but I don't know where I'm up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would take me 4 episodes to work
Uh-huh.
out that I'd seen them already.
One of the rumors for Mad Men was that at the end of the series, he was going to become DB Cooper.
Oh my God.
So John
That would be
Hamm's character was going to
amazing.
become the mysterious man, the real guy in history,
Yes.
who hijacked a plane, got a whole bunch of money, and then parachuted out of
Disappeared
the
forever,
plane, and then
yeah,
disappeared
yeah.
forever. The one of the people, I think one of the theories was his Don Draper was going to be that guy because he'd already been another
It was a-
man
yeah,
in
he
the
was, yeah,
series,
yeah.
and he'd be taken on this identity of Don Draper, that he was going to take on another identity and then disappear. And then I think I was a season behind or so, and people were like, it's not how it ends. And I went, I don't care anymore.
That's all I want.
That's all I want. I just wanted to be DB Cooper.
Maybe Walter
Or
White.
An original thing? No, thank you.
I wanted Walter White to be DB Cooper.
See, you would have liked the Breaking Bad intro because it's just bam.
Yeah, get
and that's
into it.
Yeah, get it straight
Get
into it.
it. I don't get me wrong. I like a creative one, but I also
Yeah.
like the option to skip it.
Kimmy Schmidt,
Kimmy Schmidt. You know, he's got a real spooky one. The
Yes.
American.
Horror Story?
No, I've never watched. Never seen that. We're gonna get a lot of tweets. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, we've both seen it all, actually, haven't we?
Yeah, we sure have. We love it, but not all of it. Some seasons are better than others.
Yeah, depending on whatever the one you like. That's the one we like. But what's the one? The Matthew McConaughey one where he's like, time's a flat circle and I'm
True
drinking
Detective.
beers. Yeah, that had a good intro.
That's true. It did.
They
yeah.
love a spooky intro these days. I've been watching Hannibal.
Yep.
I'm up to season 3. Not as good. We talked about this in our personal
Yeah.
life. I'm finding this third season a bit of a slog. Yeah, that's got a little
You know what?
intro.
You know what could use punchier intros? The Netflix Marvel shows.
100%. The first Daredevil one I liked.
Yep.
But then they were all that.
Yeah.
So
Should
yeah,
be punchier.
more punches.
People punching. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, great intro.
Yep. Quick,
And they
short,
are
snappy.
and again, that's going away in a season.
They're doing at least one more.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's one season left, but they are the absolute masters of the cold open and then wham into the
Masters though.
yes.
No, I don't think they're masters. I think
They're-
there's some good ones.
I think
I think Parks and Rec is better, and The Office.
Okay.
is better cold opens.
Look, I think maybe they're consistently better.
Okay.
But I think remember did you see the one?
I've seen
I
the
think-
Backstreet Boys one.
The Backstreet
Yes,
Boys
I have
one.
seen
That's
that
it.
one.
See, exactly.
I haven't even seen that episode, but I've
Yeah,
seen that.
That is
yeah.
incredible. That's the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, good stuff.
I quite like what else is. I've got a fondness for the British Office intro
Yeah, right.
because it's so boring.
Yeah.
and sad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're getting more creative though, aren't they? Would you say? Are they getting longer? Like a drama detective something. Is
Yep.
Fargo really long? I don't know.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
But I
Is Legion really long and weird?
can't remember either.
Star Trek Discovery's too long.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think
What
the
about
answer-
Friends? That's a good one, right? We're all in this fountain. That's what they shout at the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, that always led to a lot of disappointment for me because I thought the whole show was going to be set in a fountain.
Yeah, right.
I thought it was just going to be 6 friends splashing about in a fountain
I
for
didn't
10
even think
years.
there was an episode set in a fountain.
There was never one. That's true.
it's
That's a
very
fun fact.
interesting.
That's a fun Friends fact for you.
Fun Friends. That's a good question, though.
Yeah, right?
We could probably do an episode on that, maybe. I like MASH, actually. I like the MASH intro.
Sure.
Because I love MASH.
Cool.
That's more of a nostalgia thing, probably. This is from Ben Jennings on Twitter, #WeeklyPlanetPod.
Benny and the what was his name?
Jennings. Benny and the
Benny
Jennings.
and the Jens, yeah.
Do you guys think that J.J. Abrams will move Kylo Ren's scar back to where it was? So if
Where
you
was
recall,
it?
from in episode 7, he gets slashed up through the face and the bridge of his nose,
yeah, right,
and then they move it over his eye. I presume the way they could explain it is they just pulled his kind of skin over and
Sure, yeah.
did it that way or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to see it moved back over the bridge of...
I don't care.
You care a little bit. Did you think there wasn't going to be any Star Wars letters, Mason?
Oh, hate them.
No, I don't think they're going to move it. I think they're because they did try over the bridge of the nose and it looked weird. Because it's not a cool scar, is it?
No,
Like
it's really
up through
not.
your face over
But
your
isn't
nose.
isn't that the point? We
No,
don't
but
want it
he's
to be cool.
But Last Jedi is very kind of you don't know which way it's going to go at a certain
that is
point.
true. Yeah,
So
I guess. And if he does have if he's got an evil scar,
Yeah.
you know he's going to be evil.
you guys going to be evil. Yeah, Anakin Skywalker had that same over the eye scar.
Yeah, right.
you know?
Right.
You got another letter, Mason? Because
Nah.
I've got another tweet. This is
Okay, hang
from
on.
Dan Hooks.
Yep.
Would you
Hooksy.
guys do an Image Comics episode, please? Cheers. #Weekly Planet Pod.
I would love to do that.
100%.
Yes.
We should. What's next week?
We can start with
the early days,
early days of Image,
and then to
move
the good,
to the modern
then
era.
to the good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Go
Exactly.
into
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
fun, good things.
2 minutes on old Image,
Yep.
and then the good stuff.
You could probably do that. You know a lot about that, don't
I
you?
can do that. I can do it
Yeah.
right now.
Well, off you go.
I'm not going to.
You said you could, but I guess you didn't say you would.
That's correct. Yes. Wow. Yeah.
It's good stuff, Mason.
That's right.
Oh no, what are we doing next week? Is there anything out this week?
Let's do a topic next week.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, do you want to do Image next week?
Yeah, let's do Image next week.
Right,
Unless
something-
we think of something better.
Unless, we can't. I was gonna say if they drop a Star Wars movie, we still can't talk about it. Can
Not
we?
allowed. That's true. Yep. Sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, everybody.
If they release all of Star Wars Resistance next week,
You
I'm going to watch
you
it.
wouldn't watch
but
it.
I'm not going to talk about
You
it.
wouldn't watch it.
No, I'd watch it.
Would you watch the Clone Wars and Rebels? Because you can watch those now.
No. I'm sorry. I meant if it was just on Netflix.
Right. No, it's on the Disney
But
Channel.
I'm
or
saying
something.
hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, but it's not.
That's right.
Have you been caught up on Voltron? I got to catch up on Voltron.
No, are we up to like season 7 or something?
something like that. Yeah.
No, I'm not up to date.
I like that show a
I'm
lot.
up
I
to
just need to
2,
go
I
back.
think.
Yeah. I think I'm 3 or 4.
Right.
And that show's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think it's a bit of a shorter one, but that's okay, isn't it?
That is okay.
Because sometimes they're
it's
too
okay.
long.
That's right. Exactly. Thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah.
That's what a bloody ripper. I hope too many people didn't watch the Meg because we watched the
Seems
Meg
like
and we're going
they
to talk
did.
about the Meg.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If you did, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe you loved it though.
If
I
you
don't
didn't,
know.
get out there. Give it a see.
Give it a watch. Give it a watch. Give it a bloody
We
whirl.
did.
Yeah. We want everyone else to suffer. But let's see. You can find us on Weekly Planet Pod at Facebook and Gmail and Twitter and Bandcamp. We got some movie commentaries up there.
We do. We should do some new ones, actually.
Yeah. You can also find us on planetbroadcasting.com. You
Yep.
can sign up to our newsletter.
It's all compiled there.
That's
Bunch
right.
of great stuff.
By our friend Rob Collins.
Yeah.
He's also at The Weekly Planet on Twitter.
A great man.
I'm at Wikipedia Brown on Twitter. You can find a link to my Instagram on there as well.
Oh.
Got some fire content.
You do have some fire
I've
content.
got a sweet review of the Meg up
You
there.
do.
if
It's
you'd like
very
to
good.
check that out.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm at Mr. Sunday Movies on Twitter, and I also have a human face.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's see what else. You can, if you want to
All
support
right,
the
Mr.
show.
Sunday Graham.
There
I
we go.
love that.
If you
Yeah.
want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies. You can chuck in $1.
Yep.
We've got an Amazon affiliate link on our episode description if you want to buy a whole bunch of Jason Statham movies on DVD, for example.
Don't get Redbox them,
Yeah,
obviously.
don't Redbox them, obviously.
No, Redbox them.
Yeah, okay. Terrific. Let's see, you can buy our t-shirts on tpublic.com. Thanks to The Brute and The Basilisk and Rackham for all our theme musics.
The campaign's at $30,000.
That's the thing I was thinking of. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
we gotta do that.
$30,000. That's it. That's if you want to click through. That's on my Instagram as well. Just click through the banner. We're at $30,000. Well, we're not. The weekly Wackadoos are at $30,000, which is amazing.
It's an amazing amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
We can't wait to spend it. I mean, what did
Spend
I
it.
mean?
You mean spend it on ourselves?
Spend it.
$30,000. Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, $15,000 each. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
That's everything, isn't it? Is that everything?
I think that's everything.
Oh, thanks for everyone who shares this with people
So
as
good.
well.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you grow a show, I assume.
Yeah, it's always interesting as well when somebody, like, maybe 2 people I know are like, somebody will be like, hey, why don't you listen to the Weekly Planet? And they're like, I already listened to the Weekly Planet. And they're like, with Meso, and they're like, who? And I pipe in and I'm like, we're friends, guys. What's going on? Guys. And they're like, nah, I never met you, mate.
Nah, I hate ya.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Also, there's a 16-bit scene up on my channel that
Very
animated
exciting.
by John and with music by Dave. If people want to check that out,
Very cool.
It's very cool. So it's
Super cool.
It's the fight from the Thanos versus the Avengers in Infinity War, and then it's them side by side. I edited them so they're together, so there's a comparison thing because I wanted to see that, and I did it
Pretty cool.
based on that. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Have a good one.
Grab that gem, you guys. We will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Forever.
What?
Yeah.
This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates. I mean, if you want. It's up to you.